I know some folks who did not do even a single course throughout the service period, and they're back home. And I'm sure you don't want to be one of those folks. The main problem is you having the money and making sure that money is not your excuse when that perfect opportunity comes. And forgive me for saying this, you'll be a very, very big fool if you let such opportunities pass. Even if it's one professional course, add it to yourself. Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the What Nobody Tells You About NYSC. This is another episode, and in today's episode we're going to be talking mainly about the 5 expensive mistakes that Corp members make during their NYSC service. Okay, so today's episode is basically going to cover like your period of preparation for the NYSC down to the main service itself, right? If you're a core member, you're about preparing to apply to register for the NYSC program, or you have already registered, you've received your call-up letter, and you're ready to go into camp. You're preparing to go to camp, preparing to basically start the service year. This video is for you. But if you've also started the service year, this video can still be beneficial to you if you've already started. So make sure to stay tuned till the end of this video to get all the gist and all the advice that you need. Yeah, if you have not checked out my previous videos on What Nobody Tells You About NYSC, be sure to check them out right here and right here. So I will link the playlist in my description box below so that you can get yourself informed and get yourself properly prepared before going into one of the biggest opportunities that Nigeria as a whole offers its youths, right? So definitely make sure you do not ignore that, you do not miss that. And for our newcomers in the building, hi, my name is Damsey, and you're very, very welcome to this amazing community. I call it the Crystal Amazing Community. We deal mostly with lifestyle topics, beauty, skincare, mindsets, and a little bit of DIY projects every now and then. So yeah, so consider subscribing if this is something that you'll be interested in. Okay, I apologize for the lighting issue and all of that in advance. So without any further ado, we're going to be getting straight into the video. Okay, 5 expensive mistakes Corp members make during NYSC. So the very first mistake that I have on my list is not creating a realistic after-service plan. So creating a realistic after-service plan, I feel like not very many of us take this thing seriously. Well, I am not here to motivate you to take it seriously anyways. I am here for a specific set of people, and I am hoping that this video is going to get to those set of people. So why should you make a plan for NYSC? I mean, is it really necessary? I mean, it's just NYSC service here. It's no big deal. Whew. Well, first of all, I would say that the reason why you need to create a plan is that, number one, nothing comes out, you cannot bring out success out of something if you do not have plans set in place. Like, you cannot achieve something successfully if you do not set out a plan, a realistic and achievable plan to actually achieve it. In this time and age that we're in, you need to learn to actually have a plan for everything that you want to do. If not, you would find yourself in a place in life where, you know, life is literally just hitting you this way, hitting you this way, hitting you this way, because you have no plan. So when you have a plan, it's like you have an anchor. So you have something that is keeping you on the particular direction that you want to be without being easily moved, because challenges will definitely come, distractions will definitely come, so many negative setbacks will definitely come. But it's about, what is your great plan? You need to always stay ahead of the game, and for you to be able to stay ahead of the game, you need to have a plan. One of the major reasons why you also need to have a plan is because the program is basically an opportunity, right? So if you don't see the program as an opportunity to step up or to level up or to start on your journey of success and to build a career, to build something of yourself, right? If you do not see the program that way, then this video will probably not do much for you. So it's best to just click out at this point, okay? If you do not believe that there is more to this program than just having fun, making friends, catching crews, and enjoying the time of your life. After service, people who look up to you, like family members and friends, this is the point of your life where they will all start having a certain expectation from you. So this is another important reason why you need to have a plan laid down. And how can you come up with a realistic plan? Well, it starts with gathering resources. Every resource that you know that can actually help you achieve your plan. So it also involves gathering information. This is even the most important thing. It's your first time going into this journey. It's not something that we do more than once. So it's a once in a lifetime kind of opportunity. So when you're preparing for an opportunity, for such an opportunity, right, you need to have information. So what kind of information am I referring to? Have information from people who have already gone through this phase that you're about to enter, right? So that those information are not necessarily to help you achieve success, but they are to aid you in making an informed and the right decision in your plan. And that can also aid you to also setting up not just any kind of plan, but a realistic plan. And remember, guys, it is only a plan that is realistic in the first place that can be achievable. So please do not be one of those people who just want to go with the flow, okay? Try to set a concrete, realistic plan for your NYSC service year. You will thank me later. And so the second mistakes that most Corp members make during their NYSC is not learning and mastering the art of managing their finances. Why should you learn about money and master how to take control of your finances during this program? In fact, before the start of the program, right? It's because, I mean, let's face it, one of the big advantages that NYSC offers you as a program is placing you as a person on a monthly stipend, whether or not you perform your duty. And yeah, before you start saying this and that, what I mean is that, I mean, let's be honest, okay? We're all grown-ups here. There are some persons that are serving, they're not doing their regular duties, but they still get paid at the end of the month, okay? There are ways to this thing. But the point is, NYSC gives you an opportunity. It gives you access to, monthly stipend. It places you on monthly stipend, which some persons before the start of the program were not entitled to. So this is something that the program gives you, whether you are even hardworking or not, right? So there is a need for you to learn how to understand money, learn how to make more money with the little money that you have, learn to manage it, learn to invest, learn to save, and all of that. So my point is, there is a need for you to learn how to use money to your own advantage. If not, this is something that is going to fuck you up at the end of the service. You definitely want to learn about your finances, and most importantly, master how to manage your finances. Okay. So the third mistake that Corp members do make is not saving enough. Okay, not saving enough. So let's face it, right? Money helps you achieve so many numerous things in this life. It gets you even the most basic things that you need to even properly feel alive nowadays. So there is a big need for you to learn how to save. In fact, it's not just for NYSC alone. Any aspect of your life, whatever it is you're doing, as long as you know that you do plan to, continue living, and you plan to achieve things as you go on about your life, you need to learn the habit of saving. So it is not just enough to save money. You need to have a very well-defined purpose for your saving. If not, it will just be meaningless. So you need to have a purpose for your saving. And from experience, I'll personally advise that when you are saving as a youth Corp member, you need to put these 4 things in mind. Like, you basically need to save for these 4 important factors. So why do I talk about these 4 important factors? Because these 4 factors are the major, most important thing, in my opinion, that would aid in a smooth and fruitful service year for you at the end of the year. So the number 1 factor that you should definitely consider saving for is self-knowledge investment, right? self-knowledge investment. So why is it important? Why should you save for self-knowledge? This portfolio, this savings is going to cover everything that has to do with the courses that you would want to invest in, which of course you should definitely consider investing and learning some professional courses, broaden your knowledge. So this is where that comes in. You are saving for your professional courses, maybe a new skill that you want to learn as well. So you need to save up for these things, because these things do not come free. In my last video, I mentioned that one of the important things that you should consider doing to help yourself, right, during your service year, is that you should, not must, because nobody will sing it in your ear, nobody will tell you that it's compulsory. So I think the right word there is you should. You should, because it is the wise thing to do. You should invest your time in learning a new professional course, like maybe something that helps you to enhance your knowledge in your own field of study, or maybe something that is in a different field entirely. So you should try to broaden your knowledge. So this is where savings for all of that comes in. Savings for a new skill, just everything that has to do with investing in you as a person and what you know, because at the end of the day, it is what you know, the quality of what you know as an individual, that will aid you and help you in the labor market tomorrow. So it is definitely an important factor to consider in your savings. So the second portfolio, or the second factor that you should consider investing in, is projects. Okay, so in every service year, you get grouped into different what do they call them again? Well, you are being placed in different groups, and at the end of the service year, each group is supposed to come out with a particular project. So this is part of one of the compulsory things of the program. This is not something that you can dodge or avoid. And the reason why I said that it is necessary to save for your projects, right, to save for your projects, is because sometimes, because this project is something that normally comes up during the last few months, the last couple of months before you finally pass out. And at that period, a lot of people are just starting to get serious about their savings. So when you have just little to save, and you don't really have much, it becomes a strain. I remember during my own time, it was nearly a strain, because the time that we had to save for the project, it was tough for me. It was really tough. So I don't want any of you to go through that. That is why I'm saying it now. So if at all you're going to save for your project, I'd advise you start right from the first month of your service. Okay, so open up a portfolio and start saving for your projects, and save for self-improvement and the rest. And so the third factor that you should definitely consider saving for is your emergency fund, right? So emergencies, you need to save for emergencies. It's so important, because yes, this is service year, and I know that I know that it is a federal government program, but well, I'm not sure though, but I'm not really sure, like if you fall sick, or okay, let me just put it this way. A lot of us are going to be posted to maybe areas that we're not used to, or I don't know, for some reason, these are things that, there are so many things that just occurs. As a human being, you cannot control every single detail of your life. There are things that just come up, things that may surprise you, that may shock you, and you have to have money in place to be able to take care of these problems when they come up. It could be health issues, it could be I don't know, some emergency stuff, or maybe some of your stuff gets stolen. You need to be able to replace it, things like that. So it's important. This is not just for even the NYSC program. It is very important that as a human being, whatever stage you are in life, even as a student, you need to learn to save for emergencies, save for those unseen things, all those unplanned surprises that come up in life. I shouldn't even talk much on this. Save for emergencies, okay? Because the federal government is not going to get you a new phone if your phone gets stolen. I cannot say about the health aspect. I don't know if we are, but I guess I'll probably have to learn more about that. But just save for emergencies. Most important, in my own opinion, factor that you should definitely consider saving for is your after service venture. So what do I mean by this? After service, are you planning to start a business? You're planning to go into entrepreneurship, you need to save for that. You need to save for that project, because they're not going to specially award you some amount of money during your personal program just because, okay, you've come up with this brilliant idea. That is something that you would have to do on your own. That is why I am telling you guys, like, this involves planning, and you have to be ready for that from day one of your service. So save for your after service venture, whether you want to be an entrepreneur or you already have a business that you're already running and you want to be able to invest into it, like invest some more amount of money into it, maybe the marketing aspect of it, just to grow that business, right? It does involve you saving up for it. Or you just want to save up to travel the world after service. Save up, okay? So save up for whatever journey, whatever adventure that you plan to do after service. So this is I feel like this one is the most important, because this is where a lot of people begin to tremble during the last few months of service. You have during my own time, I had friends that were some persons that were expressing how weird it is that just yesterday we're in camp and now we are preparing to pass out, and they don't have any savings. They don't even know what to do next, because they don't have money like put down for the next thing that they should do. And this is one of the things that cripples the minds of so many corp members. And at the end of the day, maybe after the service, you see them going into depression. They call it the after service depression, and it's kind of real, and it is understandable. So you need to have something down for after service, even if you're not sure yet. If you're not sure of exactly what you want to venture into after your service, just open up the savings and just put something there every month. Just put something there. That was what I did. I did not know what I was going to do after service. Like, I did not plan that, okay, after service this is the exact thing that I would do. No. I just opened up an account and I started saving for it. I did not know what it meant, but I feel like you would feel even worse if at the end of the service you find out that you have no savings for what to even do. You have no money put down for it, and you don't even have an idea. Then the next thing, depression comes in, because you see other colleagues going into one thing or the other, people getting retained and stuff like that. You feel lost. So if you do not have any concrete idea or concrete plan as to what exactly it is you want to go into, that is fine, that is okay. You could even find that idea during your service program, right? But just have a savings down right from the beginning, right from the first month of your service. The fourth mistake that I think corp members make during their NYSC is not investing in knowledge or any entrepreneurial skill. So yeah, you guys remember I mentioned earlier that you should save for self-improvement, for self-knowledge, right? Something like that you should save up for it. So it is not enough to just save up for it. Like, this is the one savings that you have to, you are basically saving to invest, and you're saving to invest almost immediately as soon as you see that particular skill or course that you know that, okay, this is something that I want to do. I see a future in learning more about this particular skill. So quickly you draw up your savings and then you pay for it. And yeah, because I feel like this is one of the greatest opportunities that NYSC offers you. In my previous video I mentioned that about these professional courses, right? It's not something that, you know, some persons could be like, okay, what if I save up for the professional courses and I don't see any course to go into or to learn or to study? No, that is not the case. I see that these people literally would come even while you're in camp. Like, they would come to pitch themselves to you. Like, you don't have to go out there to look for a course to learn or to study. The professionals in charge of these things, they usually come during the service, even during the camping period, and even after the camp they would definitely come, as long as you're always attending all the general gatherings that you should be attending. Okay, there's no way you would miss this. If you miss it the first time, you not miss it the second time. So there's no way you would miss such opportunities. So that is not even the problem. The main problem is you having the money and making sure that money is not your excuse when that perfect opportunity comes, when that particular course or that skill comes knocking at your door that, hey, I'm available, do you want to learn more, do you want to grow your knowledge of this particular thing and all of that, I'm right here. And then you're like, oh, I don't have enough money to pay for that. That is why you have to save. That's why you have to save for that, because it will come knocking at your door. And forgive me for saying this, you will be a very, very big fool if you let such opportunities pass. Even if it's one professional course, add it to yourself. Add it to yourself, because most of these courses, they kind of teach you what you're going to expect on the field, on the labor market, which many a times school does not actually teach us. So you definitely need to invest in it. I know some folks who did not do even a single course throughout the service period, and they're back home, and I'm sure you don't want to be one of those folks. So please consider investing, not just saving, but actually invest in learning a skill and learning a course. And to be realistic, these things, they require money, so money you must have. So the next mistake that corp members make is going home immediately after their passing out parade. So yeah, I feel like this point is kind of subjective, right? This is plainly my own opinion. I feel like after the passing out parade, a lot of people just want to go home, which is fine. I mean, there's nothing bad with going home immediately, right? The thing for me is, for some persons, going back home could mean going home to comfort, going back to comfort, going back to distraction. While for some people, it's just them simply going home to say, mom, dad, or guardian, or mom and dad, yeah, I'm done with my service, my NYSC service program now. So please bless me and stop, which is fine, but whatever your reasons are, I feel like immediately after the passing out program, right, you no longer have the government stress on your neck, and at the same time, you no longer have the money. So I feel like it is the perfect time to sit down and review your plan, the plan that you set at the beginning of the NYSC program. This is the best time to review that plan again. So look at what has changed. Have you gotten a new idea or something? You need to, it's like the time that you need to sit down to ask yourself, okay, where do I go from here? What do I do next? What project should I work on next? I feel like until you're able to answer these questions, don't run home to comfort. And don't run home to distractions. I know why I'm saying this. I know that this does not, it will not apply to a lot of people. Like, probably most people it won't apply to, but I've heard stories, and I just feel like this is very important for me to state. So just try and make sure that you already have a good sense of what you want to do next, where you want to go next, where you want to settle before you go back home, and maybe rest, and then from there you move. Because after this, after the passing out, a lot of pressure is on. People are having expectations from you. You need to move, and you need to move quickly. So yeah, if you learned anything at all from these 5 mistakes that I have mentioned, so far so good, please make sure you comment that down in the comment section. If you have any other mistakes to add, this is a community for each and every one of us to learn. So please make sure you include that in the comment section down below, so that someone else could learn from you. Just comment down below if you enjoyed this episode, you enjoyed this series, or you learned something from this series, or you have more contributions to make to what has already been said, or you do not agree with a particular point. Feel free to lay that all down in the comment section. I will be going through them. I will be watching. I'm also looking to learn more. Okay, so yeah, that's fine. And thank you very much for stopping by. So I'll catch you in my next video. Make sure you have a very, very good and productive day. And yeah, bye.